Victoria Caputo, daughter of Long Island medium Theresa Caputo, and her husband Michael Mastrandia are officially divorced. Victoria Caputo and Michael Mastrandia married each other on May 22, 2021. Although their relationship started off as happy and strong, some family and personal challenges surfaced over time. In particular, Victoria's discomfort with family and dissatisfaction with her personal life creates a gap in their relationship. Besides, the relationship did not survive due to disagreements between them and disagreement with each other on various decisions. Both decide to separate to take new directions in their lives. However, they still try to respect each other after their breakup, and the separation was done amicably. Victoria is looking to move on to her new life, and Michael is also starting to take a new path for his future. However, Theresa Caputo, the well-known Long Island medium, recently faced a deeply emotional moment as her daughter, Victoria Caputo, was involved in a serious car accident. The incident has triggered a series of intense emotional readings for Theresa, who is known for her psychic abilities and deep connection to the spiritual realm. Victoria Caputo, the daughter of Theresa and her ex-husband, Larry Caputo, was traveling on a quiet road when the accident occurred. Reports indicate that her vehicle lost control, leading to a dramatic collision. Victoria, who has had her share of challenges in life, was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries but was severely shaken by the incident. Theresa, deeply concerned about her daughter's well-being, turned to her psychic abilities for guidance and reassurance. Despite her spiritual gifts, the accident was a stark reminder of the fragility of life, even for someone as attuned to the energies of the universe as Theresa. As she attempted to connect with the spirits around her, the emotions of the accident weighed heavily on her. During a private reading, Theresa spoke with her spiritual guides, seeking comfort for her daughter and herself. Through the reading, Theresa received messages of healing, hope, and strength, but also found herself overwhelmed by the sheer emotional intensity of the situation. The connection with the spirit world seemed to bring both clarity and a surge of raw emotion as Theresa processed the reality of her daughter's near miss with disaster. The car accident, although not fatal, was a catalyst for Theresa to reflect on her own life and the relationships that matter most to her. As she navigated through the turmoil, Theresa found herself reaching out to her family more than ever before, emphasizing the importance of cherishing every moment. This difficult experience, while traumatic, reinforced the significance of emotional connections and the value of understanding life's fleeting nature. The accident also served as a turning point in the Caputo family dynamics. Theresa's bond with Victoria deepened as they supported each other through the aftermath. The event prompted Theresa to further embrace her spiritual role, realizing that her work was not just about connecting with the other side, but also about guiding and protecting those she loves. For Victoria, the accident was a wake-up call, urging her to reevaluate her priorities and relationships. The experience not only strengthened her bond with her mother, but also led to personal growth as she confronted the emotional scars left by the crash. Victoria shared how she felt the support of her late grandmother during her recovery, which provided her with immense comfort during the tough times. In a public statement, Theresa expressed her gratitude for the outpouring of support from her fans and followers. She acknowledged the importance of family and the emotional healing process that followed the accident. "It's moments like these that remind you of what truly matters," Theresa said. "Family, love, and the moments we have with each other are irreplaceable." The aftermath of the car accident also led to deeper spiritual conversations between Theresa and her family. While Victoria continues to recover, the experience has left a lasting impact on everyone involved, encouraging them to reflect on life's uncertainties and the powerful connections that bind them together. The emotional readings that followed not only highlighted the pain and fear of the moment, but also the profound sense of gratitude that emerged from the experience. For Theresa Caputo, this difficult period marked a significant chapter in her life, where she not only used her spiritual abilities to heal her daughter, but also found healing for herself. The connection between the physical and spiritual worlds became even more apparent, offering comfort and hope during a time of great emotional strain. The Caputo family, united through this difficult experience, is now more committed than ever to living each day with gratitude, love, and the recognition of the preciousness of life. In the months that followed, Victoria's recovery was nothing short of remarkable, as her physical injuries healed and her emotional strength grew. With her mother by her side and the support of her family, Victoria was able to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. The accident became a defining moment in both of their lives, pushing them to appreciate every moment they have together and to never take life for granted. The experience not only reaffirmed Theresa's connection to the spirit world, but also brought her closer to her family, creating stronger bonds and a deeper understanding of the challenges they faced together. As Theresa continues her journey as a medium, this personal experience has shaped her perspective, reminding her of the importance of love, healing, and the deep connection between the physical and spiritual realms. However, recently, she took her gift to an unexpected location, a hair salon. In this unforgettable event, Theresa made a surprise appearance at a local hair salon, where she brought messages from beyond the grave to both the staff and clients present. The atmosphere with typical chatter and the buzz of hairdryers, but as soon as Theresa walked in, everything changed. As she began her session, Theresa seemed to effortlessly tune into the energies of the room, picking up on spirit communications, much to the amazement of the salon-goers. One by one, she delivered heartfelt messages, connecting individuals with loved ones who had passed away. The emotional impact was undeniable, as people were moved to tears by the personal messages from the other side. It was a rare and powerful moment where grief and comfort intertwined in an unexpected setting. What was particularly striking about this experience was the way Theresa's presence seemed to transform the salon environment. People who had come in for a regular day of beauty treatments found themselves experiencing profound moments of connection with those they had lost. Some of the salon staff, skeptical at first, were left astonished as they witnessed Theresa's accuracy in delivering messages, names, and details they could not have known. Theresa's ability to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds is not just a skill, but a deep part of her mission. She sees her work as a way to bring closure and healing to those in grief, and this spontaneous salon session was no exception. Whether the recipients were prepared for such an experience or not, they were deeply touched by the messages Theresa was able to deliver. Clients and staff alike reflected on how surreal it was to receive personal and private messages in such an everyday environment. The concept of spirit communication in a hair salon may sound outlandish to some, but Theresa has always been known for bringing her unique gifts to places where people least expect them. For those who are familiar with Theresa's work, this wasn't the first time she's used her gifts in unexpected places. From spontaneous readings in public spaces to surprise sessions at family gatherings, she has made a name for herself by meeting people where they are emotionally and spiritually. This salon event was no different, as it further cemented her reputation as someone who can make meaningful connections, regardless of the setting. The experience didn't just resonate with the individuals who received messages, it left everyone in the salon with a feeling of wonder and introspection. The clients left with more than just a fresh haircut. They left with a sense of peace and comfort, knowing that their loved ones were watching over them. In the aftermath of the event, social media erupted with photos and testimonials from those who had witnessed the event firsthand. Fans of Long Island Medium were thrilled to see this new, unexpected chapter of Theresa's journey and flooded her platforms with messages of gratitude and amazement. Many shared stories of their own encounters with Theresa, and the energy around her abilities only seemed to grow. The incident at the salon showcased Theresa Caputo's ability to connect with people on a deeply personal level, while also reminding us of the unknown connections we share with the world beyond. Whether in a home, a restaurant, or a hair salon, Theresa's spirit communications have the ability to transform any ordinary moment into something extraordinary. For those in the Long Island area, this unique salon experience was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness the kind of mediumship that has captivated audiences for years. Theresa Caputo continues to use her gift to help people heal and find comfort, no matter where she goes. If there's one thing this hair salon session proves, it's that Theresa Caputo is much more than a medium. She's a conduit for emotional release and healing wherever she may be. However, a particularly emotional and powerful incident recently occurred when Theresa encountered a skeptic during one of her public readings. The skeptic, who had attended the event with a critical mindset, was prepared to scrutinize every word that came out of Theresa's mouth, convinced that it was all mere coincidence or psychological trickery. But what unfolded during that session left even this staunch doubter in tears. Theresa began the session in her usual style, connecting with the spirit world and delivering messages from loved ones who had passed on. As she spoke, the room was filled with gasps and tearful reactions from other participants. However, Theresa's focus was drawn to one individual, an older man sitting near the back, arms crossed and clearly not convinced by the proceedings. She hesitated for a moment, sensing a different kind of energy around him. With her characteristic blend of compassion and directness, Theresa turned to the skeptic and asked, "I'm getting a man's presence, someone who's very connected to you. I'm hearing something about a lost opportunity and something that feels unresolved. Does this make sense to you?" The man scoffed initially, ready to dismiss her claim, but as she continued, the specific details she provided began to strike a deep chord. She described a father who had passed away years ago, someone who had been a complicated figure in his life, but who still, apparently, had a message to share. Theresa's description of his father's appearance, his personality, and a deeply personal moment involving the two of them years before began to break down the skeptic's defenses. "Your father is telling me you never had the chance to say what you needed to say. He's telling me you've carried that weight for a long time," Theresa said gently. The skeptic's facade cracked. His eyes welled with tears, and despite his best efforts to remain composed, he felt a wave of emotion wash over him. The years of unresolved pain, the guilt, the lost chances to mend their relationship, all flooded back in that moment. He had always regretted never saying goodbye to his father properly, and now, through Theresa's words, he felt like he had finally received the closure he had longed for. For the first time, the skeptic was speechless, tears streaming down his face as he processed the unexpected emotional flood. The room grew quiet as everyone witnessed the transformative moment, one that even the skeptic could not. It was clear that Theresa's words had reached him in a way nothing else could. By the end of the reading, the once skeptical man was no longer questioning Theresa's abilities. He left the event with a new sense of peace, having been confronted by something far greater than logic or skepticism: the undeniable power of human emotion and the lingering connection we share with those we've lost. This moment of healing and vulnerability not only turned a skeptic into a believer, but also reinforced Theresa Caputo's standing as a powerful medium who brings comfort, even in the most unexpected circumstances. However, one of the most touching influences on Theresa's journey has been the legacy and love of her grandmother. Theresa grew up in a close-knit family, where her grandmother played an instrumental role in shaping her understanding of love, spirituality, and connection. Theresa's grandmother, often referred to as the shining star of the family, was a figure of wisdom, warmth, and compassion. She was someone who not only shared a deep bond with Theresa, but also instilled in her a strong sense of family values. From a young age, Theresa was surrounded by an environment that nurtured her sensitivity and understanding of the unseen world. Her grandmother, known for her strong faith and gentle demeanor, encouraged Theresa to trust her instincts and understand the emotions of those around her. This laid the foundation for Theresa's later career as a medium. Theresa's journey as a medium didn't begin overnight. It was something that grew within her, nurtured by the early lessons from her grandmother. Theresa often recounts that it was her grandmother's guidance and quiet presence that helped her embrace the spiritual gifts she began to experience as a child. Her grandmother taught her that the world of the spirit was real and that she had a unique ability to bridge the gap between the living and the departed. While Theresa struggled with understanding her abilities in the beginning, it was her grandmother's influence that made her feel more confident in the path she would eventually take. She began receiving messages from the spirit world during her teenage years, which initially confused and frightened her. However, as Theresa honed her skills, she realized that these experiences were not something to fear, but something to embrace. As Theresa's abilities grew stronger, her connection with her grandmother deepened. While her grandmother may no longer have been physically present, Theresa felt her spirit guiding her every step of the way. Her grandmother's words echoed in her heart, reminding her of the importance of healing and bringing peace to others. Through her mediumship, Theresa found a way to honor her grandmother's legacy by offering solace to grieving families and showing them that their loved ones are never truly gone. Theresa's work as a medium often involves emotional readings that offer messages of comfort, healing, and closure. It's in these moments that she recalls her grandmother's teachings most vividly: how to offer compassion, understanding, and love. Her grandmother's influence has been felt in every reading Theresa does, making her not just a channel for the departed, but a beacon of love and light in her own right. Behind every successful medium is a strong support system, and for Theresa, that system has always included her family. While much of her work is centered around the spirits of the departed, her living family members have been a constant source of love and encouragement. Theresa's children, especially, have witnessed her gifts from a young age and have supported her in ways that many might not fully understand. However, it's her grandmother's memory that remains one of Theresa's greatest sources of strength. Theresa frequently reflects on how her grandmother would have been proud of the work she's doing. The woman who helped shape her understanding of love, life, and the afterlife continues to be her guiding light. Though Theresa's grandmother may no longer be physically present, her spirit continues to shine brightly in Theresa's life and work. It is through her readings and spiritual guidance that Theresa shares the lessons learned from her grandmother. Love transcends death, and healing is always possible. For Theresa Caputo, her grandmother was not just a mentor, she was a star that continues to light her way, even from the other side. Through her readings, Theresa continues to honor her grandmother's legacy, spreading love, comfort, and healing to those who need it most. Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Mina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.